Boo. Oh, happy, bubbles. Oh, sad pose. I always say frubbles out of habit, but members, it's sad pose. Howdy, hello. Hi. Hello. Good morning, Mary. Good morning. Hi. It's low energy morning. How you doing? How you doing today, Chad Pose? I am quite chatty today, I must admit. Yeah, you are. So wait, I had some good sleep last night, but it was just one of those mornings where you wake up and you're just like, you know, right? Yeah. Yeah. Everything for breakfast, I've been hungry. Nope, not right now. Nah. I kind of just sat in bed until it was time for me to wake up, and then I just came in here. like it was maybe like I had 10 minutes left before stream was supposed to start. That's when I got out of bed. Then I had to go use the bathroom, have my morning pee, and then I refilled my water bottle. So I have water. I think I also want to turn on my AC. Yeah, I've left my computer on these last few days because I have like a Blender project on it. Although I should probably just save it and actually turn off my computer. I don't know why I leave it on. There we go. You spooked me there. Oh, boo! Now you've been spooked. Yeah. I'll probably get some breakfast after I finish stream though. Yeah. But I am a little sorry that I wasn't able to stream yesterday. Man, just when we got to like the interesting stream too. Just when we got there. It's like,
Big money for big pee-pee havers. That's me.
It's been bothering me for a while now, and it finally clicked in my head. Your BGM reminds me of the 1990s Zoo Books commercial, the one that taunts you with the tiger poster. And I hate you for this.
I don't know what that is. A Zoo Books. Is it about zoo, an animal? Well, my BGM is animal themed, you know? So, I guess that works out, you know? Hi, Snuffle, good morning. Thank you for the tippy. I remember the Zoo Books commercial. I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know what that is. What is it? Man, I'm marching in rice cake for breakfast. I want something to eat. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, it does sound similar. It was an animal magazine for kids, and it said you had to get your free tiger poster and the collector's elephant issue. But that just sounds like FOMO to make you buy it. As someone who never got the animal magazine, I can say that my life has been fine without it. You know. I mean, it's fine nowadays, I guess. Yeah, never heard of it. Yeah, I've never heard of it either. I was thinking of Zoo Pals, little plates with animals' faces on it. Yeah, Zoo Pals! Bark, Zoo Pals. Meow, Zoo Pals. Something, Zoo Pals. Zoo Pals make it fun. I love Zoo Pals. I used to bug my parents for Zoo Pals all the time. I still want Zoo Pals. Yeah, that'd be so cool. To get like the frog thing. It was one of those commercials that was on during virtually every advert on TV. The kind of commercial that haunts a whole generation. Like the shake weight commercial? The shake weight! You grab it, it goes, ooh. You know what's funny is one of my little brothers was obsessed with that commercial when it used to air. Like, he was real little at the time. Like, we're talking like toddler. Like, he was babby. But every single time the shake weight commercial came on, he would just like stare at it mesmerized. And we were all like, I guess he really likes the shake weight commercial. If you showed it to him now, I bet he'd have no idea what it is, but... And oink, oink, zoom house! Yeah, I forgot about farm animals. I'm just like, oh god, I already used meow, I already used woof. What other animals are there? Hi, cute frog with an incredibly cute sneeze. I haven't even sneezed today. Not at all, no. Not even before stream started. I don't know how to sneeze today at all yet. Yeah. We had to shake weight and then punch myself in the face with it. Really? That sounds like you would have heard actually. Ooh. Man, this is just reminding me of some of those like Jacksepticeye guys, like funniest home videos where he like reacts to like old infomercials. And there's this one that's like the sauna pants, and they're literally just a pair of pants that covers your butt and some of your thighs. And I guess they're like supposed to be a sauna. Yeah, to help you release all those toxins you're holding in your thighs and ass. Yeah, it'll awaken something in him, and we may never know what it is. He may not even know. But he's probably my most like obviously autistic sibling, so maybe it was autism. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if there was a commercial I really liked when I was a kid. I can think of some ads that I really like more recently, like the Burger King ad. I don't think they air that anymore, do they? The Burger King song ad. Whopper, 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 junior, triple, double, whopper. I forget the rest of it. I didn't get to memorize all of it. I actually liked that ad, you know? You know, if they kept that ad going, I would very, very happily just watch that one. I never skipped the Burger King ad. Never. Every time that ad came on, I would just listen to it. I would never skip it. Yeah! I'm gonna get my thighs toned and my booty fat. Wait, does saunas help with that? I know saunas like help you sweat and stuff. I guess if you sweated enough, that might help you lose some weight, maybe? I've never actually educated myself on that. I don't know. They have new BK songs now. BK, having your way. But that was part of the old BK song too. That was at the end. Man, but I liked that one. I don't want a new one. I liked that one. Yeah. I'm so low energy today. You know, I feel like I'm not fully recovered from like the burnout and stuff yet, but we do gotta make thumbnails. It's kind of bad timing to get like some burnout and stuff, because I already had like some collabs planned for this week and stuff, and I don't want to just cancel those, you know? Actually, let me take a look at my schedule. What are we doing this week? I forgot, even though I made my schedule yesterday. Let's see. Yeah, I wanted to give myself an extra day off to try and help. So we're doing the thumbnail making stream now. I do also have an interview later in the day, which I was offered to reschedule that, and I said no. Like, I'm fine, but maybe I should see how I'm feeling at the end of the stream, because I'm still feeling kind of low energy compared to how I normally am. I don't know, but I have like an interview with a VTuber at 5 p.m. PST. Yeah, with Tenchi. Yeah, I have to get her phone in. I met her very recently. But I'm doing that today. Other than that, there's nothing else I'm doing today unless I choose to reschedule that. But that would be a shame. And then I got the next 2 days off. And then I decided to do the wide stream and the Phasmo collab on the same day. Cause that shouldn't be too hard, especially after having 2 days off to rest. That shouldn't be too hard. And then we got Sons of the Forest and Thief Sim 2. So like 2 out of the 4 streams this week are collabs. Then I'm taking Sunday off. Yeah. I'm so low energy, if you can't tell. Yeah, all of this stuff was like planned a while ago. Especially like the interview and the Phasmo collab, like those were planned a while ago. So I know, I think a lot of people, when I said like, oh, I might want to take some extra time off this week, I think they thought I would take like a full break or something, like for the whole week. Which maybe that would help my burnout clear up. But I don't want to take like a full week off and stuff. And also, I already had collabs planned, like that I'd have to cancel them. So maybe if 3 days off this week isn't enough, I can take another 3 days off next week. I mean, I might do that anyway. Maybe. But I think the next 2 days will help me a lot with like recovering and stuff. Your Monday is essentially your Friday. Right after your Sunday, your weekend begins on Tuesday. Yeah, this week it does. Saunas can make you look temporarily more toned because you sweat out excess water. Oh, really? Huh. I've never actually been to a sauna before. Yeah, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. Can gotta nail those storms, they ain't gonna do it themselves. This is true. We do have to nail those storms. Yeah, I mean, I could always just do them in my spare time, but I do not like making thumbnails very much. That's why we do weekly thumbnail making streams now. That's why I started them. Cause I don't like making them by myself. Which, like, very occasionally we might not be able to do the weekly thumbnail making stream, at which point, like, I just make them myself anyway. But if I can do the stream, then I'd like to do the stream. And it gives us extra time to yap and stuff too. I just hope Chadpools don't mind if I'm a little lower energy today, especially when we actually get to the thumbnail making portion. But since we have wide on the schedule, we don't have to make a thumbnail for that. I can just reuse the photo that I was going to use for it. So then we just have to make Phasmo, Sons of the Forest, and Thief Sim 2. And I don't think I've been given assets for everybody in the Phasmo collab. Yeah, I have not been. I have not yet. Let me just like send a message. Could I get your PNGs when you got them from it? Oh, it's a random book. There we go. So there's the chance that we'll only be making 2 thumbnails on stream today. What do you think is fine? Yeah, it's probably for the best if I'm not like working super duper hard. Cause I am so low energy. Can you tell? I guess like I took the 1 day off and like I got some food out of the house. I went to a local burger joint. And then I came home. I've been in talks with some businessy people. But like I've been resting and stuff. Maybe I need to like play some video games off stream or something. I don't know. Yeah, I guess now that I'm on stream again, the burnout is just all coming right back. Maybe I should reschedule that interview later. Maybe I should. I didn't want to, but I also wasn't expecting burnout to hit, and I don't want to be so low energy for that. Oh wow. It's okay, you do seem rather tired. Yeah, it's like the way burnout feels for me, maybe it's the same way it feels for other people, but the way it feels for me is like, it's like tired, but then it's also like there's no energy. Like for me, a lot of the energy feels like it comes from the heart, right? But when I get burnt out, it kind of just feels like I'm running on empty, right? Like there's no energy down there. So I don't have a lot of like thoughts being made, right? And then it's hard for me to like think of things to talk about. Actually, I was already feeling the burnout in my last Thief Sim stream. And I remember I commented on it that I felt like I was lower energy that day. It's because the burnout was already setting in for that day. Which I'd like to think I did pretty good anyway. Did pretty good anyway. But yeah. I think also dealing with things like some depression and like feeling lonely and stuff also doesn't help or anything. So it's like all of that combined, you know. I think Sunday is usually for resting, and it depends on people's work schedules. I usually will use Sunday to rest, but sometimes I will schedule a stream on Sunday. Yeah, like I have my days that I usually will use to rest, but then like sometimes you just gotta stream those days. Tuesday is another day that I will very frequently take off, but sometimes I'll stream on Tuesday. I tend to schedule my days off based on when my other streams are and also when like collabs and stuff are, because I can't change like when collabs or like events are. So like those are like set in stone, and then my days off just kind of depend on like when my streams are. So like if I'm able to stream the same days consistently every week, then my days off will pretty consistently be the same days. Like I'll usually stream on Saturday, and I'll usually stream on Friday. You know. I try to have at least one weekend stream every week, because for some people it's easier to tune in on the weekends. So I tend to do that. But then like I might take Sunday off, and I usually take Sunday off because Sunday is also when I make my schedule, and I don't like having too many work things on one day. You know. So like I would have to stream and do my schedule the same day, which I guess is not that much work. I just prefer avoiding it. So I usually would take Sunday off. Monday is always a stream day. If we do our because we do our weekly thumbnail making streams, it's always a stream day now. Except for like the rare times, you know, sometimes something might get in the way and we're not able to do it, but like most of the time we consistently have it on Monday, you know. Did you get some good rest yesterday? I felt like I did, but now that I'm back and I'm streaming, like, it's not terrible, but I still feel very low energy today. At least it's temporary, hopefully. I have the kind of tired sleep that doesn't fix. Oh, the kind of tired sleep doesn't fix. Maybe you're working yourself too hard all the time. Yeah, usually for me, you give me a couple days off and I'm back up and running. Yeah, but like my mental health hasn't been the best either. It's not just like burnout and stuff. Yeah. Which, can I say something that I think is weird? If I post about like feeling lonely and stuff and having poor mental health, like I'll get concerned comments and stuff, but I don't necessarily have like friends DMing or anything. But then if I post about burnout, here comes all the concerned comments, like in DMs and stuff. And I'm just like, that's interesting to me. That's interesting that burnout is what gets that sort of attention over poor mental health. Because for me, burnout, like, take a couple days off and then it's like an easy fix, right? I mean, that's not me trying to like judge them or anything. I just find it like an interesting observation, you know? It's interesting. Yeah. Mental health be low and work has me burnt out. Yeah, I know I'm lucky that like I can choose to when my days off are, and if I need to cancel stream to take an impromptu day off, I can. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I shouldn't complain about it, because like I know like a lot of Frobos and Chadbos, you don't got a job like that. So I'm sitting here complaining, but you guys have like the harder jobs where you can't necessarily do that. You know, maybe I shouldn't be complaining and stuff. Yeah, I have a friend who streams on Twitch, and like last time I talked to her, she was going through some burnout of streaming. She probably knows how it feels, but she's not really into VTubers. I mean, I think every content creator knows what burnout feels like. It's not exclusive to VTubers. It's not even just content creation. It's basically just you working yourself too hard, and then you just kind of run out of energy, right? Like, it's like your body will have so much energy in it, and it'll take so much energy to work. And as long as you give yourself time to rest, you'll recuperate that energy. But if you're pushing yourself too hard all the time, you're basically not giving yourself any time to recuperate, and that's where burnout happens. Yeah, which I will say that I have been pushing myself harder. I know like 2 days off a week is kind of normal, but I find that like maybe it's because I also will stream really long hours sometimes. I mean, that would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. If I'm having like a 10-hour stream, but then I'm only taking 2 days off, you know, like that's basically like having some really long work shifts with only the normal 2 days off and stuff, right? It's hard for me to like balance that. Legacy! Thank you for the five. That's not a $5. $50 super. Sorry, I'm so used to saying $5 super. I mean, there is a 5 in there, but it's more than that. Hang in there, Rebbi. Love you. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I got your brain locked on 5. yeah, probably. I saw the 5, and like in my head, I'm like, oh, a $50 super, but when I went to read it out, it came out as 5. Yeah. Strange, but we're all concerned about your bad mental health. Personally, with me, when I hear about it, I get like extremely sad. I'm overly sympathetic. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as some people's. You know, I feel kind of sad, like, because like I don't want to be like so sad all the time. So I feel like I've been like lonely on and off all year, but I feel like the last couple of months it's gotten a lot stronger. So I've just been dealing with it. Like, some days I feel perfectly fine. Like, I don't really feel that right now. Right now I just feel general just burnout today. You know, like I'm not feeling like sad or like lonely today. But then like that could change like later today or tomorrow. Like, you know, sometimes I feel fine. Sometimes I even feel like I'm on top of the world. But then sometimes I feel sad, you know. And that's just how it is. Oh, that's just how it is. And I'm also a content creator. I create content for the toilet. Yeah! Icky. I work nights to try to catch streams after work, but I'm usually very sleepy. Yeah, working nights must like be really hard. I've never had a night shift at a job before. Like, I've had evenings. I've worked closing shifts to where I get off at like 10 p.m. But I've never worked like night, right? Like midnight and longer, you know. $50 for a long same thing. No, I better get like a heck of a sandwich for $50, man. I'm not burnt out, but my seasonal depression decided to rear its head in the middle of summer. No motivation to do any of the stuff I want to. Is seasonal depression like a common thing? Like it just hits you in the season?
This is a $50 donation.
No,
I
it's
promise.
not.
Your brain is messing with you right now.
No, it's not. I see the $5. Man, stop burn up. I see the $5. Yeah. I'm seasonally depressed every season. It's a joke, but also it's sad. Just imagine an extra zero. Can I imagine that extra zero into my wallet? That's why I tend to disappear after about 2 hours. Just so tired. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I know, like, my normal stream times, not everyone's able to make it. Although I do feel like quite a few people are able to make it, even if it's just for like certain time slots for just a little bit. Maybe people are just able to stop by and say hi. I feel very comfortable where I am. it's a joke, but also it's sad. It's going on my tombstone one day. Yay! I came up with a tombstone quote! Yeah! I just randomly got in the mood for sweet tea. Oh, I wish I had some sweet tea. Oh, honestly, I feel like I'm dehydrated though. Let me drink some more water. But yeah, I think for me, I just spend like 98% of my time I spend it by myself. I think it's very common, to like think like, well, I don't know, maybe this is just a me problem. Maybe other VTubers don't have this problem. That's bad. Especially if you're in like the ex-corpo or small corpo scene, you know, like there's a lot of people around. But in my experience, people don't really talk to me. Maybe I just know a lot of people that don't message first. Or maybe I just happen to know a lot of really, really busy people. I don't know. I don't blame anybody for like not messaging, because VTubing is super busy work, especially like a lot of my friends are ex-corpo or small corpo, or like, you know, so like they're taking work very, very seriously, you know, like a lot of them are like full-time creator too, so like they're just like going at it like all the time like I am, and I understand how busy it is. So like whenever I talk about this, I'm not like blaming anybody for being busy, or heck, a lot of VTubers are like introverted and antisocial. Honestly, it might even just be that. But like, it's pretty rare for any of my VTuber friends to like message me, unless I message first. And I honestly think that I might just be super awkward because I can't make the conversations last very long. But it's been, yeah, that's why I've been like kind of like, you know, like depressed for a while, because like after like being indie and stuff, you know, I feel like just over time I've talked to people less and less. Like the conversations aren't happening as often as they used to, so it's just been like more and more, especially recently, just spending time by myself and stuff, you know. And I know I made a tweet a little while back about like missing having gen mates and stuff, and that was why. Which I thought it was very interesting to see the reaction to that tweet. Yeah. I thought it was very interesting. There were a few responses that I got that were like, well, you still got them, silly. You still got your gen mates. And I'm gonna be totally like... Am I gonna say something insensitive? I was gonna say I'm gonna be a bit autistic here for a second. Maybe it's not even that. Maybe it's just like I take the definition of gen mate very literally. I mean, like, we still get along and we still like talk every now and then and stuff. But like, we're not gen mates anymore. That's not me like ragging on anything, but just we don't work in a corpo together anymore, and that's what gen mates are, you know, like your generation and stuff. I don't know. You know, if you were to ask me, like, Rebbi, do you have gen mates right now? I think my gut answer would just be, no, I don't. I used to be in a corpo though, and like not me trying to be like negative, like, or like we're not, you know, a unit anymore, blah blah blah, but just like, you know. You know, does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I don't know. But like, even if you wanted to consider like, oh, gen mates at heart and stuff, and like senpais at heart, because I had senpais too. We still aren't like working together on projects and stuff like we used to, you know? I mean, we still collab sometimes, and sometimes I get invited to be a part of something, which I'm super grateful for. But like, it's just not up to that same level and degree as when you're actively working in an agency. Like, because like you're all working under the same brand and stuff. You're working together pretty much all the time on a lot of stuff, you know? Rebbi is just specific. I mean, I guess the way I see it is that that word has a specific meaning. And like I can see the heart and soul behind like saying like gen mates forever. Like I see where people say that. I can see the feeling behind it, and I kind of feel that way myself too. But then there's also like the work aspect of it. Like I think there's different sides to it. And when I talk about it, I'm thinking more like the work side. Like I don't have people to closely work alongside now, you know? Like I'm just on my own. But then when I make a tweet like that, I think a lot of fans might think of like the heart side of it, right? Like, you know, like we're always together, you know? And I can see that. Like I understand where it's coming from. I think we're just looking at it from two different angles, you know? You know? Generally, in my experience, I can only really talk to friends on the weekend. Being an adult is weird, but it's cool. Yeah, I think everyone's just really busy and stuff. And like again, I don't fault anybody for being busy, you know, like I'm also really busy. I totally get where it comes from. So it's I guess more just me being like disappointed that it is like that, but I am understanding of like it being like that too, you know? You bet Corpo. Okay, this Corpo experience looking from the outside seems to be with a shoujo idol group. I don't know if I entirely understand. But you could see it the same way as like coworkers for any job, right? Like let's say you get a job, you become really close friends with your coworkers, right? Like you see each other all the time. And maybe you exchange phone numbers and you message every so often too. So like when you're in the same place and you're working together every day, you see each other all the time. But like let's say one day you quit that job, you're no longer working together. You're still like friends and you still like to see each other. You might text each other sometimes. In my experience though, once you're no longer working in that place, things kind of just slow down a lot. And that's kind of how it is here too. Like it's not really that different for VTubers. If you became like super close friends messaging like all the time, maybe that might be different. I don't know. But I mean, I feel like I made some good friends there too. But then I don't know. I really feel like maybe I'm just awkward and bad at social interaction because I'm like the common denominator in all my relationships. I really think it's a me thing. It might be a me thing. Yeah. I'm gonna get you another one card made where the hands are always pointing to. I'm gonna say something a little autistic right now. Sorry, I think of it. I think about it in my head, and I just think like, oh, this might be a little autistic. No gen means no gen mates, I guess. I mean, yeah, kinda. Doesn't mean we're not friends, but like, I just wouldn't say we're like. It depends. Like again, like there's like kind of like some different angles you can look at it. So like, yeah, I tend to look at things through like the work angle. Like that I'm kind of hardwired onto like the work angle for a lot of things. So that's just how I tend to look at it. And that's how I look at it now too, you know? Like when I say like I miss having gen mates, it's not that like I miss like my friends and stuff because we are still friends. But like I don't have anyone that I get to like work closely with now that I'm in India, and that's what I'm missing. And I know a lot of people the comment suggestion is like, oh well, you could start your own VTuber group, but that requires friends. Close enough friends to like close enough friends who are hardworking enough to like lock in on a singular goal and like put your all into it. And it's also really hard too because it requires, even if it's something more casual, I guess it would depend on how casual you want to take it, but it can also require like some more planning and stuff behind the scene. And I think it's also pretty common. It's a common thing as well that if you're the one who has the idea for the group, you might kind of become like the leader figure in people's eyes. And then you kind of become like the person managing everything. And I don't want to be a manager. I want to be a talent. I've never once wanted to be a manager. That's like a whole other thing. I don't want to manage people. I don't want to have to try to like, that feels like when you're pulling the leashes with all the VTubers on the ends, you know? I don't want to have to keep pulling people in and trying to get responses out of them and updates and making sure things are getting handled on time. And like, if you got that one person who's like not pulling their weight as much, you know, like, I don't want to be in charge of all that. So I would want to make sure people are on the same page, and like, it's so hard to know if everyone's on the same page, you know. And then there's also like the business aspect of like agencies and stuff too. Like, if I were to, like, I could decide, like, hey, I want to make a group. But then, like, if I also want, like, the business aspects of, like, an agency, the business and opportunities of an agency, you might not necessarily get those as, like, a group. Like, you can. It's possible. But it's unlikely. And it really depends on how you run things. And then, again, that also depends on everyone being on the same page. Because, like, I'm that type of person where I will hard lock onto my work. Like, I'll put my all into it, especially if I'm really passionate about it. I'll go, like, 100%. But that doesn't mean everyone else in the group is going 100%, right? And then it'll always comparatively feel like... Well, I don't want to say always comparatively feel like people aren't doing enough, right? I don't want to say that, but, like, it can sometimes, depending on who it is and how much they're putting into it, it can feel like you're the one doing everything, you know? Right? And that's why I don't really like the suggestion to make a group. It's not as easy as it sounds, right? And I'd honestly like to say, like, that's why we don't have that many VTuber groups. I like to think a lot of people know that it's not that easy. Like, we got a handful of them for sure. But I feel like if it was that easy to put them together, we'd have a lot more of them. I feel like we'd have a lot more than we are seeing now. And we just don't have like that many. You know, yeah. So what she's saying is we need to catch a bunch of VTubers with a net. Get like the butterfly net and just like swing it over their heads, and we're like, catch you. Yeah, it's often hard to stay close with people you work with after you stop working together. Yeah, that's true of VTuber agencies too. You know, cause like I think it's possible, like there's like becoming friends, and then there's also being like work friends too, and there's nothing wrong with either one of those. But I think a lot of people in the VTuber scene, it's not just like fans or anything, but I see a lot of other VTubers with this mindset too. It's like a lot of the VTuber scene revolves around like friends and stuff. I think a lot more of it revolves around business than people think. And like people always say like, well, if you're not doing it for friends, then like, why are we even here? But like, it's not a bad thing for decisions or what people want to be like involved in business, right? Like, it's not a bad thing. You know, like if people want to collab because it's a good business opportunity, a lot of people will be like, you should want to collab because you want to be friends and stuff. But like, I think if you want to collab because it's a good business opportunity and you are friendly with each other, like, I don't think that's a bad thing. It might be a hot take in the VTuber scene, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing for people to consider the business side of VTubing, especially if you want to take it as like your full-time career and stuff, you know? I sometimes wish more people actually knew about that and realized that, you know? Yeah, adulthood is hard when it comes to friends. I don't have any of my old friends anymore. My roommate is the only friend I've got, and we barely even talk to each other. And yeah, that's kind of where I am too. Well, except I wouldn't say I ever really had old friends. Because my family, not only was I like super sheltered childhood and not really allowed to leave my house without parental supervision because my parents were worried I'd get kidnapped. But also like we moved around a lot. So like I don't think I've ever really had the experience of having close friends. I don't really know what it's like. I'm still chasing that dream of having really close friends. Yeah. Yeah, that's understandable. Not much fun. Yeah, that's just kind of my take on it. And I am very business minded, so maybe that's just why I'm thinking like about the business side of it more. But I just think it's not a bad thing for the business side to be considered. There's a lot of people that demonize it, but like I don't see why it's demonized. Especially if a lot of these VTubers might want to take their career full time someday. You want to take your career full time, but then you also don't want to pay attention to the business side and think everything should be about friends all the time. Like friends are great, and there's like plenty of room for friends in VTubing. I'm not discounting that, but there's also you gotta consider the business side of it too. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, Yeah. If it was easy, we'd have a lot more corporals and a lot less of them would close down. Yeah. Like, I think that's another good point actually. That if so many of these agencies can't even keep their business afloat, the ones that are more business oriented, then like why do we think all these groups are gonna succeed necessarily, right? And I will say there's different types of groups. Like there are groups that are run like corpos, and then there are really casual, just friend groups that collab every so often, right? Like a VTuber group can be a number of different things. So they aren't all necessarily going in on the grind on business, right? And if you got like just like a casual collab group, then you don't really need to worry about business at all. If this is just sort of like, yeah, this is my friend group, we collab a lot, we do a lot of things together, but we're not marketing ourselves as like an official unit or group, like you don't even have to worry about the business side. So there is that. There's a little bit more flexibility with groups and stuff. But I don't know. I think if all I wanted was friends, then like being in a group wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, it's a pretty good idea. But well, I mean, not that it's easy to find one or make one, because I don't have a ton of super close friends that I think would run a. I think the other thing too is a lot of VTubers know how like I don't want to use the word volatile, maybe like fragile. Right? Like, you know how, like... No, actually, volatile might be the right word. You know how volatile the agency and corporate, like, and group scene is, right? Like, it's hard to make that sort of thing work. And like, honestly, if I were to have my personal, like, ideals in, like, a group setting, I want, like, to have friends, but then I also want to have, like, the business opportunities available to me. So with that in mind, if I myself were to make my own group and stuff, it would be that type of group that gets involved with the business side, right? Because it's not just about friends, it's also about, like, career, making a career decision. It's about both. So that puts my potential group, like let's say hypothetically Rebbi's VTuber group, that would put my VTuber group into the box of, like, pseudo-corpo, I guess. And a lot of VTubers see how, like, volatile the corpo scene is. So they might be hesitant to, even if they're close friends with you, they might be hesitant to join something that's, like more official like that, right? Right? Where it might implode. And then they you know, like, they're attaching their name essentially to a brand and stuff. You know? So, like, there's a lot of hesitation there, too. Even if you are, like, close friends with somebody, like, there's also that angle. Like, there's a lot of it. There's a lot of people being careful. And I don't blame them at all. Because, like, you know, I feel like we have so many corpos and, you know, maybe some groups as well that have had so many problems in the scene. Like, you kind of can't really deny that a lot of them were not really gonna, like, you know, like, it's not gonna make it. Like, maybe there's, like, a few that are, like, doing really, really well that might make it, like, long term. But, like, for a lot of them, that just wasn't the case. So, you know, like, I don't fault anyone for feeling that way. Yeah, it sounds like he also didn't get the experience of being kidnapped either. I can help if you want. No, I think I'm good. But I'll keep that on the back burner for in case I don't want, like, my life anymore and I just want to throw it all away, but without dying. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Hello. Yeah. There's all different levels of groups. I've been part of communities of like just friends, but also financing group projects, friends, but also with some third-party consultancy, etc. Yeah, like friends can mean different things too, you know. Like I would say I have a lot of friends, just not the kind of friend that you like talk to all the time and you're like best friends, right? Like, you know, because like I appreciate all my friends, but I would say pretty much all my relationships are very casual friends. Just, you know, like, and a lot of us are like busy or introverted, you know, like, so like I get it. That's just kind of where I am, and I think that just like, I think it does. It's not like the best for my mental health, but that's also just how it is. So, you know. Oh, definitely. VTubing careers rarely last longer than a couple years too. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that too, which I guess it kind of makes me like an odd one out because of how long I've been doing it. I've been here for like almost 6 years. Next month makes 6 years. And I'm still here and I'm still going. Yeah. I mean, I do want to pursue bigger things. I don't know how long we could continue like long term at like current size and stuff. It very much depends. Like my career getting to do anything like this very much depends on like you guys and stuff. So like oh yeah, super long term. If certain Frabos like, you know, if we had Frabos that like wanted to move on, or if they didn't want to donate so much anymore, which is perfectly fine, it could just simply like affect the career as well. Like just something just to keep in mind, you know, like a career like that, content creator. It does depend on audience, and that can like change. So like when I think of the future, I try to keep that in mind. And that's where I'm like, okay, we're doing super great now, but I want to make sure that we're going to be doing good like 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. And that's where I think like, what are the bigger opportunities that I can pursue, and what do I want out of my career and stuff? Yeah, train corn. Choo choo, choo. Yeah. Rebbi doesn't want to be abducted by Frabos. She hates us. Maybe later, Frabos. But we got games to play this week. I can't play games if you guys abduct me. I won't be on my PC. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's a hail. Okay, I was like pulling something out of my chair, and I'm like, what is this? It's a hail. Some more clips and settle sharing. Got you, fam. I mean, yeah, it does help a lot. I hope it doesn't make Frabos feel like bad at all if I start talking about like that. I'm always worried if I start talking about like any level of support from fans that people will take it like, she's saying we don't support her enough. But it's like, no, I'm just trying to talk about like, you know, like just like a fact of like content creation careers, right? Because that can happen. There's different levels of like success, right? There's like the super successful ones that never have to worry about anything. They become so big and have so many fans, you literally don't ever have to worry, really, right? Unless maybe you have like a massive yab. Like I guess if you've had a massive yab, then maybe that might change things for you. But as long as you like avoid the big yabs, you pretty much got set for life, right? And then there's also like the successful, but like if things kind of shifted just enough, might not be enough down the line, right? Or like it could just take like a big thing, and then you gotta spend a lot of money on it, and then suddenly you're in the red, even though you were having a successful career and stuff, right? Like you could get into a car accident, or you could develop a medical problem. Now you gotta pay all of those. And you know, like I would say I'm in that latter boat. Like I make enough I can pay all my bills, but if something happened, like that would be a lot. Or if my career just shifted just enough in the negative direction, then it might not be enough, and I might have to get like a part-time job. Like that, I would say like that's where I am currently. And I'm always trying to think like, okay, what can we do to have it shift towards the positive? Have it shift even just a little bit closer to like that more like permanent, you're set for life status, right? Like, I don't think personally that will ever be me. I mean, maybe someday, maybe, but like, I don't know, but like the closer I can get though, even if it's just a little bit, helps out a lot because that gives us more wiggle room for things that like if things started to go downhill at some point, it gives us more wiggle room. Yeah, train VTuber when? I mean, we got Doobie. She runs on a train, you know. The train is my real Lucy. Rebbi's just the co-host of the channel. What about when I move away and we don't hear the train anymore? You're not saying that you would abandon me, Frobbo, are you? Does she honestly think that if a Frobbo abducted, they won't put it in front of a PC and have it play games? But that PC won't have all my assets and stuff on it. You know? And I wouldn't be in my bedroom anymore. Like, you'd have like a dark, dinky room behind me. Probably, I don't know. I don't know what kind of house this Frobos live in. But I guess it would be close to my house because all the Frobos live in the pond with me. Yeah. Yeah. We must prevent Rebbi from becoming a wage slave. I mean, I would like that. Yeah. I think nobody really likes 9-to-5 jobs, but I don't do very well with them. I like tap out mentally after a few months, and it's hard for me to keep it going. Like, this is the only job I've been able to consistently do with passion for longer than a few months. Like, you know. So I like if I can keep it going. No, the VTuber has to be the trade, like Thomas. Oh, I don't know if I've seen a VTuber like that. I did once see a VTuber who was an overlay VTuber. The VTuber was the overlay. I wonder if they're still VTubing. Maybe not. I don't remember what their name is. I saw them years ago. That was such a funny idea, though. Oh, I found the problem. You don't do 9-to-5s with fashion. You hate them. They're not my passion. I can't put my passion into something that I'm not passionate about. It doesn't work that way. No, I have to be passionate about it. And this is the only job I've ever had that I've truly loved. Yeah, the overlay VTuber. Yeah, I wish I could remember what their name was, but I bet if I searched overlay VTuber, I probably would not find them. I think it was during the VTuber boom where people were thinking of VTubers for all sorts of things, and there was one that was an overlay VTuber. It was interesting. It made collabs very easy. I never collabed with them, but like I can just imagine. Like, also, it's been almost an hour. We haven't started on thumbnails. I mean, we only have a couple thumbnails though, so I think this is kind of gonna be a bit of a yapper streamer. And I love yapper streamer. Wait, I actually don't even have Krita open yet. I got Blender open. We won't be using Blender today, though. Yeah. Have you tried being passionate about your 9-to-5? That sounds like what my 9-to-5 boss would ask me. Have you tried just being passionate about our working family that we have here? You know? Here we go. Oh, sorry, white flashbang. No, yapping, I'm out of here. No, we're gonna keep yapping. I only have 2 thumbnails to make. It won't take very long. Okay. Well, technically we have 4 to make. Actually, no, the wide one's already made. Okay, technically we have 3 to make. But until I get the assets from my other Phasmo partners, I cannot make that thumbnail on Steam. So, we are doing just 2. We're gonna go ahead and make the Sons of the Forest with Skiddo. Skiddo has sent me her assets, so thank you, Skiddo. Thank you. And then Thief Simulator 2. Then the Thief Sim 2 one, I definitely want to make sure that I put a lot of effort into, because the last 2 have looked really good. I just hope I can find, like, I don't know, I wish I could find more assets rather than just what's on the press kit, because I'm running out of good-looking photos. You know. Yeah, the only reason I've been able to keep a job for so long is being able to listen to audiobooks and VTubers when at work. Oh, if your work lets you listen to stuff while you're working, like, that's awesome. I've only had 1 job that encouraged people listening to things while they work, and unfortunately, it was not a job that I was good at. So I didn't get to stay there for very long, which was a shame. I used to have a job like working with like seeds and stuff. It was like a seed analyst position. And I was not good at looking at like the general seeds, but they had a position where you, this was during hazelnut season. They had a position where you like inspect hazelnuts, quality control and stuff. I was really good at the hazelnuts, and it was fun too. And I could listen to stuff. Yeah, I used to listen to like a ton of videos and stuff when at that job. But of course, because it was seasonal, I eventually got laid off from it, which was a shame. I think they would invite me back to work with them with the hazelnuts if I really wanted to. But that would kind of get in the way of my streaming career now if I would have did that. Maybe someday though, maybe like if the position is open and I really wanted to take on a little part-time job for a few months. I mean, that would be super great for my money. But I wouldn't be able to stream at my normal time because I had to be there at like 8 a.m. So that would totally disrupt my stream schedule for every day that I'm there. Maybe that's not a good idea. It's a shame because I actually wouldn't mind doing that. Like at least a few days a week. I wouldn't mind doing that because I liked it. Although the only thing I did not like about it was it was so quiet. It was so quiet. Like one of those jobs, it had the atmosphere of a library. So like if you had to like walk out of your little seed analyst room, everyone would kind of like look up at you, and I was just like, don't look at me! I hate being the center of attention. I mean on stream it's fun, but I hate being the center of attention IRL. It's the worst. It's the worst. But I did like that job though. Yeah. And I think you got like an entire hour for lunch too, which was cool. Like I've only ever worked at places where you get half an hour for lunch. Yeah. So like at that place you got a whole hour for lunch. It was crazy. Okay, Sons of the Forest quest kit. Yeah. Playing Sons of the Forest. I've never even played the Forest or Sons of the Forest. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. I know Skiddo's not as like a horror fan as I am though. I'm hoping that this could be a series we can come back to pretty frequently. But I don't know. I've never really had like series that you come back to all the time like that. Okay, wait, I found one here. Sons of the Forest quest kit. Oh, I wish I could ask Skiddo for one where she's like looking like scared up to the corner. She gave me one where she's looking kind of scared, but it's more like at like the screen. I wish I could ask for one. Like she's probably busy right now, but I wish I could ask for one where she's like up at something, you know? Because I just found this background that like might work for it. Okay, let me get it. Wait, I named it Son of the Forest Press Kit in here. Oh man, I named it Press Kit in my bio. So I don't need to do that. But it's fine. I found this one. So if we were like looking up at the dude like horrified, that would maybe work for his thumbnail. Look at this dude back here. Ah, I see. Hello, good sir. Hello there. It's one of those games where you get attacked by cannibals. This person doesn't look very cannibal-y though. I mean, like, I guess they do. Oh, actually, wait, they have a belt of intestines. Okay, never mind. Never mind. They do look very cannibal-y. It's just the face doesn't. What do you have on your face? I hope this is mud, because this looks more like the color of poop. And I hope it's not pooper. You're putting pooper on your face, sir? Don't do that. Never played Sons, but the original is one of my favorite survival games. I had a friend who was really into the forest, and I used to think like, man, I am so not interested in this game. But Sons looks pretty fun. And maybe I should try it before I knock it. You know, don't knock it till you try it. Okay, maybe like this. I wish I could have it a bit more centered, but then like this, it's like cut off up here. So maybe like this, and then I'll get a photo of me looking scared. Again, I wish I could get Skittle looking scared. Okay, wait. Hang on. Are you free right now, by any chance? Like the one she sent me will work, but this would be so much better if she was like looking up at it. Just by any chance, Skiddo, can you send me a new one right now? Wait, she's at work. She's at work. Okay, I'm making the thumbnail right now. And I was wondering if you're able to send me a scared one, like looking up at something. But if you're working, that's okay. Skittle, do you have some time to be afraid? Skittle has a job. Yeah, she does. She's told me a little bit about it. I don't want to go too much in detail for her privacy, but it takes up a lot of her time. I know she would love the chance to get to be like a full-time creator and stuff. So if you guys have not checked out my friend Skittlesaurus Rex, actually I can grab a link to her channel real quick. Let me open a tab. We'll go to her channel. I'm gonna shoot my friend on stream. Skittle is one of my closer friends. Actually, wait, here's YouTube giving me one of her videos. Right here, perfect. I can just grab her channel. She is a very, very sweet dinosaur girl. And she recently released an entire, like, EP. Like, music. Yeah. It's pretty good. You should check her out. Yeah. She's got... Whoa, she hit 17K? When did that happen? Yeah, she's got like a bunch of subscribers, but she's been telling me like her CCV, like, she wishes it could be a little bit more. So like, if you guys could like check her out and support her, because she is awesome. I thought she was your wife. Did you two divorce? No, she's my mom. I can't divorce my mom. Wait, she says, let me see what I can do. Hold on. Okay, wait. I want to send her like an example. Okay. Let me make like a scared face out something like. Like yeah, I guess like that works. Okay, let me send it, just so she knows what I need. Something like this, if you're able to, cause like I don't want to get in the way of her work. Oh yeah, she works from home. I didn't even think about that. She's not like at an office. She probably can just take one. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. Me waking up to turn off my alarm. You mean the person? Wait, I found my energy. What the heck? I was so low energy earlier. I found my energy. It came to me in a dream. The dream that happened when I was awake. Wait, that could be like song lyrics. Like, it came to me. Same position or looking the other way. Either works. I'll just do the opposite. Came to me in a dream while I was awake. I'm not good at tunes all the time, but like something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Wake me up inside. Head full of fluoride. Something that rhymes with inside. Said my best goodbyes cool dino reminds me of a certain small dino. Yeah, we became friends in ancient times. Yeah. Yeah. Which, I mean, maybe I shouldn't go too much into detail. Well, I already talked about it in the Discord. I guess it's already public. But there might be some good news for ancient times. I don't want to talk about it too much because, like, I have to talk to the Mr. Big Man. And he might have like certain things he doesn't want me to discuss. Hopefully they're not things that I already did discuss. If they are, shh. Nobody needs to tell him about the disco. Shh. But there might be some good news. I have a couple options I'm looking at for potential Rebbi Nabs ancient times. So I have like basically two options that I'm looking at. Which I can't say a lot about that. But if one doesn't work out, then like we'll probably do like a fundraising event. I'm like starting plans for it. I want it at the very least to be a few weeks out, but I need to ask Mr. Big Man about like a timeline for it and stuff. Because I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't trust him not to disappear on me again. In case he randomly disappears again, I need to make sure that he's willing to like wait for like certain timelines. So I need to like just talk with him and stuff. But good news, yes. I genuinely did a happy dance and told us in Discord. I know, like, oh my god, like I was just like sitting in bed. Was I eating? I think I was eating a snack, watching YouTube shorts. So I'm just staring at my phone watching YouTube shorts while I eat. And then it pops up like the notification from Mr. Big Man, and they're just like, oh, hey, sorry, but it wasn't Rebbi, but, ancient times name. I guess I didn't see this message. Yeah, we can talk about it. And I was just like, because I sent messages like weeks ago. I sent like a follow-up message like not that long ago just to kind of poke again, but like I had kind of lost all hope of this happening. Like, cause like nobody had heard from him. And like I wasn't sure, like you could be in a coma for all I know. Which I guess he must be doing like okay enough, like not in a coma. I don't know, and I'm not gonna ask details and stuff, but very, very, very good news. So. Well, actually, no. Actually, for all I know, maybe he was in a coma until, like, very recently. We still don't know, but, like, not really our business, and that's okay. But, yeah. Yay, Skiddo sent me the thing! Yeah, Stark! Yeah! Skiddo. 2. Thanks, Skiddo. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm gonna discuss a couple of options and we'll see what happens. There's one option I wanna discuss that does not involve us doing a fundraiser, which would be cool if I can make it work. I can't give any details on that, but we'll see. It's a long shot, so like it's probably not going to pan out in that direction, but it's like a maybe. I need to talk about it. But if that doesn't work, then like we will be doing a fundraiser. We have a chance here. I don't want to let it go. I didn't think this chance would happen. Now it's here. So, we're preparing. We're preparing. Yeah. Yeah. We don't want Frog to disappear. Well, I don't know yet exactly what I will do. If we can get the IP, Like, I don't exactly know. I mean, okay, I guess if this, Nah, actually, never mind. I'm not entirely sure. We'll have to, like, figure that out. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't entirely know. But what I do know is that I have been really wanting to, at the very least, own that IP, right? At the very least, like, I want to own it, and we could, like, do stuff with it. And you know, like, it would just be so nice, you know? Like, I honestly, I don't have, like a super, like, set plan at the moment for what to do after, because honestly, I didn't think this was going to happen. So, I'm not entirely sure yet. I've started thinking about it, like this just came up out of nowhere, so, like, now this subject is, like, suddenly reintroduced in my mind, and I'm like, okay, like, this is happening. So, like, I've only just gotten to really start thinking about it again. But, yeah. yeah. I have a couple ideas, but, I don't think I can go into a ton of detail about a lot of it. So forgive me, Frobbers, if I can't share everything, but I'm sharing, like, as much as I can. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll probably do like a fundraiser and stuff. It will be a lofty goal, and I'm not sure what to do if we don't reach the goal, but we do raise a lot of money. That's something I haven't thought about. I don't know. I know a lot of people really like that IP and would like if I could at least have her. Even if my primary activities still remain here where we are now. I think a lot of Frobbles would like if I could have her and we could, like, do stuff with her sometimes. But, like, it is a very lofty goal. So, you know, I feel like even reaching the money, like, might be, like, a bit of a long shot, maybe. But, like, I at least want to try. I think if we don't at least try, then I'll like, regret this, like, having this having this opportunity, like, presented to me very unexpectedly, and we don't even try. Like, I think I would regret that. Honestly, some Frobbles might even regret that if we didn't try for it. I want to at least try, you know? And, like, I do not have, like, a lot of money right now. So, like, I could maybe cover out of pocket if we get, like, close enough, but not quite there. But, like, if there's, like, a big gap, I haven't even thought about that. Like, what would we do then? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she can make cameos on this channel from time to time. Yeah, I could even make cameos on the other one. But I don't know. I just know I can't give the same energy to, like, both. That would be way too demanding. I mean, sometimes I get burnt out just trying to run one. So, it would be like, you know? Is there a short deadline or can I go for extended period? That I don't know yet. I have to talk to the big man first for details on timelines. I don't know what to expect. I personally would like to have it sooner than later, but I don't know. I have to see, like, how much time we're allowed. Okay, what was I going to do? Hang on, I need to get Skiddo in here. Skiddo 2. Electric Boogaloo. Here we go. Perfect. Thank you, Skiddo. This is perfect. We can look super scared. Yeah, it's like have us, like, leaning away from it, like we're, like, noticing and leaning away. We're just like, ah! And I'll put myself on the other side. Yeah. Also, Jägermeister! They're giving camera for 1 month. How you doing, Miss Rompin? I'm doing. We had a big development yesterday, so it's going. I think maybe, like, streaming here and using her for other content could work. Like battery acid was a banger. Oh, you could collab for a battery acid too. I already did the cover of it though. I already did the cover of battery acid. Yeah, I don't know. It is a little, like, I don't know. Cause like a few months ago I was thinking like, oh, if I could get the IP, then like, I think I thought more at the time that I would maybe like switch back over, but then like, I kind of gave up on it after not hearing for a while. Cause like, it's been a while since I sent the messages, and even before that, nobody really knew what was happening and stuff. So, I kind of gave up on it, and I put some more serious projects for Rebbi in motion. But then out of the blue, we have a shot here, and now I have to like decide like what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I wish I could give some more details on like specific ideas and stuff, but I feel like I should like wait at least until like some talks are done and see what's an option. Received, it's a frog chomp. Which green am I feeling today? Yeah. I know. I hope we'll be able to get it. It would be a dream come true, honestly. Like, even if she's only used like sometimes, I would just love to be able to say like, yes, like I've been calling her mine this whole time. Like you know, like she's mine. I guess like technically not, but like she could become mine for real. It's like, oh my god. Like, I have this poster of her on my floor. I have not put it up, it's just on the floor. It's on the floor behind me. And every time I swivel my chair around to get up from my desk, I see it. And I'm just like, for a little while, it actually made me really bittersweet every single time. Because there was a short period, I think it was around the time I went to go see Otto. So when was that? Was that like early July? I think like early to mid-July is when it hit me the hardest, like really missing it. I would swing my chair around, see the poster, and just be like really bittersweet. Like, I miss her so much, but I can't get her. I don't know if I'll be able to get her. Like, there's a chance, but like as time passed, I started to give up on it. And like, huge surprise that the chances popped up now. Like, oh my god. So I would really like to be able to have it, but it is probably gonna be like that. I mean, I don't know. I can like talk and see. Maybe there could be some changes and stuff, but I'm expecting it to be like the same. So like, I know it's a bit of a lofty price, but like we'll have to see. Was that the poster you got from Afkai? Yeah, it is. I have that. I have one of me, and then I have one of, like, ancient times. Yeah. I'm honestly shocked that the offer of the models is still available. I would have thought that would have expired months ago, but apparently they're still on sale. I guess, I don't know. I don't know how it usually goes with other places, because I've never been other places. I think most of the time it wouldn't be. But I guess, I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts to add to that. I don't have any clarification for that, because I honestly don't know either. I'm surprised too. I always thought it was a long shot for me too. You know? So yeah. Okay, wait, I should probably actually work on this. Probably actually work on this. Okay. So, I'm going to take a really scared looking PNG. Okay. I'm gonna look the opposite way that Skinner is. Does that look scared enough? It kind of just looks like I'm like looking up, kind of scared. How can I make myself look more scared? Does it look more scared? Oh, my eyes. Ah. Maybe I should have like my mouth open a little bit, a little more scared. No, it does not look more scared. I'm not very good at looking scared. Oh wait, I think I know what it is. It's not really tracking my eyes going wide very much. Okay, let me try here. Okay, that looks better, I think. I think that looks better. That looks better. Yeah. Ooh. Considering they didn't shut down because of legal drama or anything, there's nothing really stopping them from still offering to sell you the rights. I guess so, yeah. Yeah, the only reason that we shut down is because of the CEO's chronic health issues taking a turn for the worse and not being able to stay in that position. I don't have more details on that, but yeah, and I assume it's similar reasons for why I struggled, for why not even just me, why we struggled to hear anything for a while, like until now. You know? So yeah, like I guess. Okay, I'm looking at this now. It doesn't look very polished. It needs some more work. It looks too much like it's not very. I wish I could like add some more panic to it. I almost wonder, this would require me to well, I guess maybe we could still use this PNG of Skiddo. I'd hate to not use it after I specifically asked her to take one in the middle of her work day. But what if instead, let's try something here. Maybe we can rearrange it a bit. So if we move Skiddo a bit more up, I would need to use an entirely different PNG. This one will not work for me. Do I have one in here where I just look really scared? I have so many PNGs and they're not organized. This one might work. And then if I took the background and just kind of, maybe I could like double the background and put it over here, like behind it, and kind of block off like the white part there. Or something like this. I could even make the PNGs bigger on this side. Yeah, so far this feels stronger than the previous version. Oopsie. I'm holding the shift button. Do not distort Skiddo. I also have one of Skiddo looking scared, but like at the camera. Which could potentially maybe be better. Although I kind of like the shot of her like looking over, because it adds some difference between my PNG and hers. And I feel like it just like adds a little bit. Like we're not just doing the exact same thing, you know? Oh, maybe I could even take a new one. Where I'm just like looking over like scared too, maybe? And I'll probably do like some coloring and stuff. Maybe I mean, this is like a bright photo, so like probably wouldn't do like a bunch of shadows and stuff. It really looks like she's gonna get a surprise axe to the head. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What I'm aware of, this is the first, this is for agencies in general. Because what I'm aware of is if an agency collapses with talent still in it and they are forced to leave, the IPs, it is able to be bought by somebody else, or the talent were aware of this by first, so I don't really know how it works. Maybe the offer could last for years, I'm not sure, but I do hope. It depends on the agency. Some agencies, if you choose to leave, you have to leave behind your IP. No questions asked. Some agencies might hand out their IPs for free. Some agencies like will offer to like sell them. Like it kind of depends on the agency. So there are some that won't let you leave with them. But it just depends on like the place. Yeah. What is this like pink coloring back here? Oh, that's Skiddo. Okay. Yeah, there's like her sparkles. Okay. I was like, I saw that and I was like, what is this? Yeah, I like this. I like this more so far. Over like the first one because this feels like stronger formatting. Oh, I mean when the agency collapsed. I mean it's the same thing. Yeah, sorry, I said graduate, but it's the same thing. It depends on the agency. Some might hand out their IPs, some might not. Or some might like offer to sell them. It depends on the agency. So I can't speak for like other places because I've only ever been in one. And my place had the offer to sell them. Yeah. I wasn't really in a place where I could have accepted it, and I had my reasons before for why I didn't at the time. But now we might have another shot at it. I mean, what I'm aware of is the fact that if an agency collapses, the talents which were still in it were able to buy the models. That also still depends on the agency. That's not an offer. Like, I think it's common. That's a common offer nowadays. But it's not every agency. It's not like universal. Okay, it looks good. I wonder though, I feel like it needs something. It needs some sort of like color or like shadows. It needs some sort of like effect baked into it. And I can't think of what effect it needs. It needs something. What if we do adjust? I can make it brighter. Yeah! Oh. Yeah! 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 Perfect. Perfect. Here is the thumbnail. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure what it needs. Like maybe some like slight brightness. Might make it pop a bit more. Like that? Just like slightly, like not a ton. I'm thinking, oh wait, I had one here. First, let's center it a little bit better. Okay. A little bit smaller. Perfect. Perfecto. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Yeah! I don't know, little the guy with all those fail speed lines. Maybe is there an easy way to do that? Because the background is like on the guy too. Although I feel like I don't know if it needs outline. I'm not sure. Yeah. Maybe it's gonna watch the sun explode. There isn't really any rhyme or rule when it comes to the shuttering of an agency. All it really depends on is the particular management and the reason for closing as to what happens with the IPs. Yeah, I mean, all the different agencies are run by different people and have different reasons for closing. So it really all just depends on the specific agency. Like, there's no blanket reason for all of them. Yeah. Instead of Rebbi being scared, be bloodthirsty. I think I probably will be scared though. No, I feel like the PNGs are fine. It needs like some sort of visual effect. Like not necessarily something slapped in, not necessarily the PNGs changed. Which I do feel like this looks pretty good. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try adding some shadows just to the background. Just like seeing what it looks like, but well, I don't know, maybe like there's a part of me that feels like it looks weird because it is daytime, like bright daytime in that photo. But also I feel like the addition of shadows also like adds like it makes the guy pop some more and add some more definition to it. So like, it kind of works. What do you guys think with like the shadows? Especially if they're like subtle shadows. They don't have to be super like, you know? Like comic style swing lines on the club. No, that would be more like adding something. I'm just talking about like lighting and like the visual effects. Like when we make something brighter, or we would make something like look red, or when we add shadows, stuff like that. I also don't know how to add comic style swing lines on the club and stuff like that. I don't always necessarily know how to officially add something. I feel like this is pretty good. I feel like this is pretty good, right? Where you can see us clearly, nice, big, and clear, and then you can also see this guy, nice, big, and clear. Even if it's like small on the screen, you can tell what it is. And I feel like the shadows, I kind of like the shadows. I feel like they add more definition to the guy. I think shadows actually was what it needed. Okay. Yeah, I like this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about it? It feels like it's not like super edited, but it's like clean and it has like a purpose, and it's clear, and it's threatening. I think it looks good. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, we'll use this one. I'm really happy we thought of something too, because like that first idea, I just don't think it was gonna work out. Oops. Sounds of the forest. Half the time when I type the word the, I accidentally put the H after the E and it says te. Okay. Alrighty, 3 episodes of the first one. Next we have to make another Thief Simulator one. I've been having so much fun playing Thief Simulator. It looks really nice. I'm kind of scared myself of the forest suns, man. Yeah, there's like, I don't know too much about the game. I know it's survival, it's got crafting, and there's cannibals. Like, you're like stranded on a cannibal island. That's all I really know. The first one is also about that, but like the second one I think goes more in depth. I think, maybe, I don't actually know. But let me see. Thief Simulator press kit. I wish there were some more action shots in the press kit. Oh wait, this is Thief Sim 1. No, I want Thief Sim 2. I forgot to type in Thief Sim 2. Oh no, maybe I could put the cop from Thief Sim 1 in there. Press kit. Where is it? Eh? I spelled it right. Wait, where is it? The press kit. I don't see it here. What the heck? Eh? It's always here though. Eh? Eh? I don't know. Also, for some reason, oh, this is Thief Sim. Yeah, this is a Thief Sim VR photo. Okay, I was like, there's another entry for Thief Sim 1 here in the press kit, and I'm like, what's the difference? This one's VR. Wait, you can play this game in VR? Oh, that would be so much fun. Yeah, Thief Sim in VR. Yeah. I'm not spoiling anything. There are different tribes of cannibals and they all have different aesthetics. Oh, really? I did not know that. Yeah, it looks really nice. I'm kind of scared myself when that first was read. I think I already read that message, but yeah, me too. Okay. Do I still have... I might have to cut the policeman back out. Thief Simulator. I don't know which one it would be. I just numbered them all. They're all just numbered. Okay, it's not that one. Thief. Oh, I'm spelling thief wrong. Thief Simulator. Is it this one? Oh, I found it. The one with the policeman. The really scary policeman. Okay, but I wanted to get a new photo of Thief Sim 2. Thief Simulator 2, press get. IDB. Oh, IBDB. Where is that? Oh, here it is. It's IGDB. No, wait, that's not for Thief Sim 2 though. What the heck? IG. Is it BDDB? I forgot. DB. Yeah, DB. Here we go. Oh my god, Thief Simulator 2. God, I had to search up like the website too. Jesus. Okay, I'm taking a look at the photos that are available to me. There's one here that actually is taken during like a police police thing and it's nighttime, but there's a lot of UI in it. Maybe we can make it work. Thief Simulator 2 3. Okay, okay. Let me hide the cop for now. Thief Simulator. Okay, I was thinking maybe we could like zoom into this one. Maybe cut the UI out of it. If we zoom in and cut the UI out of it, it could work. It might get a little low res because I have to zoom in quite a bit. Yeah, I gotta zoom in quite a bit. Okay, I guess this works. Oh no, if I zoom in even more, maybe I can cut his hand out of it. Perfect. Right here. Okay. Now I just need to cut this policeman out. I wish there was an easy way to cut out. I don't want to zoom in on the scary policeman. He's really scary looking. But he works really, really well. And we keep getting the police card on us, so it feels fitting to have the police be in the thumbnail. I'm kidding. There's a way, but it takes a while. But that doesn't sound very easy then if it takes a while. This also takes a while though. I just don't like it. I think they should make art programs with a clean way to cut out stuff. Clean and easy and doesn't take 10 million years. Surely there's a way to do that. But I imagine something like that may not work like 100% accurately all the time, right? Because like when the color of what you want cut out is too similar to something in the background, then it might be like, huh? I don't know like where the lines are for this thing, you know? You know? There we go. Okay, the hand is cut out. We just cut out a bit on his head. It's hard for me to even see where his head stops and where the background begins here. It's easier if there's lights and highlights, but some of this is like, how do you even tell, man? Yeah. Okay. I usually use the mountain color select and fiddle with the values. Yeah, I feel like I'm too confused by that sort of thing. But I want to get better at like video editing and stuff. Yo, wait! I just remembered I was gonna start playing that like game that teaches you how to play Blender or how to use Blender. I was gonna play that this week, but I forgot about it. I didn't put it on my schedule. I hate that I'm burnt out. I hate that I'm going through like burnout and stuff right now because I just want to do all the stuff, but I can't do all the stuff. I have to take like extra days off. I wanted to play that. Man. Okay, let me zoom in. Get real small here. Okay. Maybe wait. It's a little bit more here. I'm picky about it. Okay, maybe this looks okay enough. Scary! He's so scary! Ah! It's not 100% accurate. There's a little feature with like photos where there's a button you can select and move all the backgrounds. It is fast, but it isn't good 100% of the time. Yeah, this seems like a tricky thing to do. Have you tried the magnetic select tool? It can work pretty well. Sometimes you just need to fine tune the selection. No, I haven't. I didn't know that was even a thing. I usually just resort to manually cutting it because it's the only way I can consistently, you know. Yeah. I see some spots where like I missed here. Let me clean that up. Okay, I might also try to clean up just a little bit more. Yeah, I did not do this very cleanly. It's so hard to do it cleanly. Okay. That's better, And then look at it, I just add like, I might need to take like a new photo. Okay. I'm gonna take a new photo. Yeah, okay. Should I have like my bags up in this one? Yeah, like that. Like that one. Okay. Okay, let me add that one. I look like an angry baby. Angry for wrong. I know. I feel like okay, what are we thinking so far? I mean, I can add like the face mask, like I've had. I can draw that on. But other than that, I'm gonna pull him over a bit more. Oh, I see what I missed around this ear and stuff too. Okay, I'll have to like clean that up. Okay. I'll probably add like some shadows and stuff to him. I wish I could add like red and blue lights behind the cop. That would be really cool. I think that would look really interesting. Okay, wait, I missed all of this. This really sloppy cutting job. Man, here I thought I did a good job. I did not. Okay. Ta-da! Yay! Okay. Looks like you're mad at the cop for poking a big forehead. Well, if he put his hand back where it belongs, it wouldn't be poking my big forehead. I feel like something like this could work though. I just want to like add the mask, add like some shadow effects to it. Maybe try to add like a red and blue light back there too, to emphasize like police. But then like I think we got something good going on here. Okay, let's get like the right size here. Something like that. Perfect. Man, I'm so hungry. I'm so excited once I'm done here. I'm gonna go get some food. I still have some leftover like spicy chicken stuff from that place I went to the other day. I'll probably eat that. Yeah. I was a little sad though yesterday because one of my favorite places to eat, it's not there anymore. I guess they moved locations. That made me really sad because they were nice and easy to get to before from where I live. And now they're not there anymore. They're somewhere else now. Oops. Let's pay attention. Don't want to draw over the eyes. They gotta be eye holes for me to see. Sorry for being quiet, I'm just focusing. Hooray! There's a little bit more here. There's a tiny spot here. I remember when I played Deep Sim 1, there was this one guard in the DLC who could like see you through walls. Wait, there was also that lady in that house who could see me through that door. People with the ability to see through walls. They're multiplying! What the heck, bro? I still think that was bullcrap that happened. Okay, let's clean up the edges just a little bit. And clean up right here. Alright, no. Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, there we go. We got the mask on again. Nice. Then we're using raw hacks. Are you gonna be using this mask during the stream? No, I'd have to like draw an entirely separate one. I don't think it would look very good. I just do it for the thumbnails. Okay. I wish I could do like lights behind the cup. Do like a bright red one. How would I draw that though? How would I draw that really? Whoop. 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 That does not look like a light. Oh, I think there's a spot on the cop that I missed. I was like, why isn't it going away? Yeah, it's more spots on the cop that I missed. Like this. Okay, that's better. That's better. It doesn't really look like a light though. It just looks like a red star behind him. I don't know. I feel like I've drawn lights before that look convincing enough, but I don't remember how I drew them. I don't remember. Maybe we could just add the red eyes to this one too. And then we just add some shadow effects. Not to like reuse the same idea again. But I feel like with how persistent the cops are, this kind of works. Heck yeah! Heck yeah! Okay. The magic star has entered the chat. No! Is this a Krusty Krab? No. This is Patrick. Okay, wait, I have to be careful with the shadows. I think this is too big. Very subtle. Very subtle. Like that? Like that? There's like an angle right here in the shadows, and I don't like it. Like that? I feel like those shadows are too thick. It's always shadows. It's always the shadows, man. I love when you use those laser eyes and thumbnails. I know, it's great. Yeah. I feel like this thumbnail needs something though. I mean, besides the shadows that I'm still working on, I feel like this thumbnail needs something. Something to make it look more like energized, I guess. Okay, that'll probably work for shadows. I feel like it needs some more. I really wish I could have the lights in the background. I don't want to draw lights though. Like the kind of lights that they have on the police. The way that it looks, the blaring police lights are. Let me look at something. Man, have you guys noticed when you try to like look up a channel on YouTube, it'll give you like content from that channel, but not the channel itself? Why does it do that? Why does it do that? Okay, I found what I was looking for. Wait, now I have to find it again. Okay, I see how I did. Okay, I see.
Big money for big pee-pee hovel.
Maybe Tyler, where the hell
Hey Rebbi, do you think you'll have M&G at San Japan this year?
I have no idea. Maybe Tyler, bruh. I don't know. Although even if I did have something confirmed, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I wouldn't be able to tell you before it's announced. But for this one, no, I actually don't know if that would be happening. I'm not sure. Yeah, YouTube search has been broken for years now. It's ridiculous how bad it is. Yeah, it'll pull up the videos, but doesn't always pull up the channel. I remember when it used to pull up the channel at the top and then some of their videos. But now it just pulls up videos and not the channel. I don't know. My ear is so itchy. Okay, I want to try again with the lights. Okay, so I have a reference now for how to draw them. Okay, is this more of the card that I didn't cut out? Okay, no, it's actually not. Weirdly, it's actually not. Okay. Okay. All of this is though. And all of this is. Jeez, I thought I did such a nice clean job on the hands. I did not. Look at all this. The guy practically has gunk on his hands. Man, if only he would learn how to wash his hands without me needing to clean them, it wouldn't be so bad then, you know, man. Okay. Okay. Alright, so we got this. Just a bit more. Maybe not full. Okay. So then I'm going to I guess this is how I did it a long time ago. I mean, that kind of works. I think I think if I make the lines for the, if I make it a little bit, okay, make it thinner. So if we do this smaller, okay, no, do it thinner than that. Something like that, maybe. I'm gonna put color down in. Okay, now let me. Does that look okay? I don't think it looks the same. I don't think it looks like a light. I don't remember. Thank you for the stream. Have a good day. Bye, Alexis. Have a good day. I've had times looking for VTubers that the search will give me fan and clip channels before the actual person I'm looking for. Yeah, that's so weird. That's so weird. That it does it like that. Yeah. All this is helping me do is find more spots and cut out for this dumb cop. No, that doesn't look like a light. But where? Okay, let me hide this one too. I'll try it again. I think. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard. There. I'm not getting very far. There. I keep going outside the lines and having to erase what I'm doing. And you guys know what sounds good today? Donuts. I wish I had some. I wish I had some donuts. Donuts! Okay, okay. Alright. Like this? No, it doesn't look like. I really want it. I really want it. Wait, okay. I guess from a distance, that one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I guess from a distance, that one doesn't look too bad. Wait, okay. Let me duplicate it. Duplicate. And then if I make this one blue, does that kind of look like the cup light colors? Oh, I don't know. Maybe. Wait, you guys think? Okay, I do see like, is that on the crop that I didn't erase? Yes. Okay, some of it is. Some of it is. Okay, there we go. It's cleaned up a bit more. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think one thing that I might do... Oops, no, not duplicate. Let me attach the mask to the Rebbi. I might make the Rebbi a little bit bigger. Like that? What do you guys think? I don't know. This one doesn't feel as nice as my other ones. Fresh donuts so good. I don't know, yeah, I haven't had fresh donuts in a long time. Nah. I have such an algorithm spoilers an anime I'm currently watching. Yeah, my general rule is pretty much don't look stuff up if you're watching it, and don't interact with any post about the show that you're watching, even if it's like about a game or something. Like about a game of the show. If it's even remotely connected, do not check it out because people will spoil things so easily. Yeah. Could you try with the blue behind the red slightly off to the side? Yeah, I could try moving it. It might look better that way. Like up here? Maybe we can even put it on the other shoulder. Like that? I'm not sure what you're thinking exactly. Maybe something like that. I do think that looks better than down there. I do think that looks better than where it was. Yeah. It does look a little bit better. I wish it looked even better, but maybe we can add some shadows to the cup? I'm not sure. Oops, that's blue. I need black for shadows. Ooh, ominous. And what if I also a touch of red here? And then we could do the same. Does that look better? I'm not sure about the shadows that I added. Let me undo the shadows that I added. I do think maybe shadows could look good. But shadows are always so finicky. They have to be just so, and you have to think about light sources and stuff. Like just like with drawing. Like I always try to consider that. So like there's a light source like up here in the corner, and it's hitting them this way, which is why I'm adding the shadows on this side. But like this here doesn't look very good. If I have a bigger spread of shadow, then it's more faint, and maybe it looks a little bit better. But I don't know. I don't think it looks that good on his face. But it can make it look like it's more blended into the environment. So, it's so tough. Nah. Yeah, that's why if you're playing a game or show or something, do not go on social media, especially if you interacted with such content before, because you bet the day it comes out, individuals are going to spoil it, even if it's like the final boss or a game or the end sequence. Yeah, I mean, you can try your best. For me, it's a little harder to avoid things like that, because like being on social media and keeping up with trends and stuff is part of the job. But my general rule is like, don't even interact with stuff that you're interested in, right? Like, even if it's not a spoiler, if I go and hit the like button on something, like, let's say I'm watching Made in Abyss, right? And a Made in Abyss artwork pops up on my timeline on Twitter. I might be like, oh, that's some cute artwork of like Reg or Rico or whoever. I'll like it. Hit the like button. Twitter sees that I like that and they're like, oh, they like Made in Abyss. Okay, here's some more. And it might be more artworks, right? Like a lot of it will be. But it can also be posts, it can be discussion posts. Sometimes it even can be artwork of like a spoiler. It can be spoilers. Twitter doesn't know that this is a spoiler that happens like late in the show or anything. It just knows that it's Made in Abyss and that you like Made in Abyss stuff, so it's showing it to you, right? You gotta be like so careful when it comes to spoilers, because it's so easy for it to be like spoiled, you know, right? And I think especially like if you're like me in my case, where it's like you are very, very picky about spoilers, then it also sucks when your definition of spoilers doesn't match up with other people's definition of spoilers. Because like someone might try to strike up a conversation with you talking about something, like something that like, doesn't even have to be something that happens in the show necessarily, but maybe like a character that hasn't popped up yet, or maybe like the cover of like a book or something. But like for me, I'm so picky. I consider anything I don't know like a spoiler. And sometimes sometimes honestly I just put 2 and 2 together based on what I've shown. Sometimes people might say like, oh, this isn't a spoiler, but like no, by you showing me this, I put 2 and 2 together on something else. So like it kind of did. I don't want to be putting 2 and 2 together unless I'm actually watching like that part of the show and stuff, right? You know. So like, it kind of sucks. Yeah, I've experienced that with YouTube, plenty of YouTube thumbnails. Even some a bit spoiling the end secrets of a game, but it didn't really impact me that much because I was only 2. Yeah, there's been times where I've had to mute YouTubers who are playing a game that I don't want spoilers on, just mute them until they're done playing it. So I won't see it on my feed until they're done playing it. I was trying to avoid looking at thumbnails for like Kindergarten 3 not that long ago too. Because I wanna play the Kindergarten games, and Kindergarten 3 I know nothing about. And I'd like to keep it that way, do like a blind playthrough of it. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I probably could do some more stuff with this thumbnail to make it look better. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and save it as is. It's not as nice as my previous ones, but that is okay. Thief Simulator 2. There we go. Again! Yeah, cause like I want to get back to yapping, and also I don't want to like push myself too hard. Okay, so with that would be all of the thumbnail making. Yeah. So we have Sons of the Forest and Thief Simulator 2. Yeah, we have a couple more streams this week, but one of them the thumbnail's already done for. Since it's just a postponed stream that I already had ready. And then the other one I need to get some assets from my clown partners before I can finish making it. So we'll have to wait on those. So for all the ones we're making on stream, we are done! Yay! Yay! That makes me so happy. Yeah, getting Rebbi when she's doing a Zatsu, got it. I mean, if you want to miss out on all the sweet yapping. I don't generally discuss spoilers for shows or games and stuff though. Actually, I even try to avoid spoilers for a game that I've maybe already played and it's been out for a while, but if we're like actively playing it, I will like delete spoilers if they pop up in chat. That's kind of a bit of a pet peeve of mine too. It's like, especially when it's like someone who's new coming in and like they don't know, like they haven't heard my like talking about it. Like, yeah, the game's been out for 20 years. And like I don't fault people for discussing spoilers like on social media, like on Twitter and stuff, right? I don't fault people for discussing spoilers there. But like if someone is actively playing it, you just came in, you don't know the streamer and they're actively playing a game. Like you don't know if I've played it before or not. You're just coming in and discussing endgame spoilers just because it's been out for a long time. Like you're assuming I've played it before. But what if I haven't? I just came in and spoiled something, you know? We it's such a pet peeve. It's such a pet peeve. Yeah. Images from thumbnails. I will eventually show up and news coming up. We're still pretty hype, but most of spoilers ruin the shock of things. Yeah, they do. That's why I'm so like particular about spoilers. Cause I like my reaction to be like, I like to experience it like genuinely, you know? I want it to be genuine. So when someone is like spoiling something, you know, I was like, I'm not gonna forget. And then when I finally get around to it, like I'm not gonna be able to experience it the way that people normally would experience it, you know? Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, it's just extra annoying when it's something you're actively doing on stream, and here come all the people being like blah 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 blah. Yeah. Whoa. But yeah, we're done making thumbnails for now. And I can lean back and chill. Well, actually, since I have my interview later today, maybe I shouldn't like push myself to yap for too much longer, because I wanna at least try to keep some of my energy for the interview later if I'm able to. You know. And I've already been kind of low energy today. Yeah, I don't know how I picked up some of my energy in the middle of stream. That was kind of crazy. It just kind of came to me, and I was like, yay, I'm myself for a little bit. But now I feel like it's kind of going back away, and I'm going back to low energy Rebbi. You know? Yeah. 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 Bah. Yeah, I'll probably go ahead and end it here, actually. But thank you everybody for chilling with me. I hope you had fun. I know today's really low energy day, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Yeah. And I will be taking the next couple of days off, to rest and stuff. So, I think it's a well-needed rest. I've been pushing myself too hard recently. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna rest up, and I will see you guys, I guess, on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday's my next stream. If I have time and energy to do a gorilla over one of the next couple days, I might. But I definitely want to prioritize resting and stuff first, so that'll be my first priority. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for comment. I will see you later. See you later. Thank you. Hope you have 2 very good days of rest for you for the best ride. Thank you. Yeah, I really appreciate it. No need to be 100% all the time, but hope you feel better. Thank you. Okay, I will see you guys later. Bye. You know, I just realized if that Frobble like mutes the BGM when he comes up, does he also make my voice quieter too when he pops up? Does that happen? Is that a thing that happens? The silencing Frobble. Oh my god. Okay, bye.